are back with another episode of the Like the Torch podcast. I'm your host, B. Jones, and I got my boys with me. To the right, we got Tyler, the captain of the Bleacher Report community. Bottom left, King of these LA streets, Raul. And to the right, we got Guns, a.k.a. Gunner, the host of Views from the Stands. If you guys have not subscribed to that on Spotify and right here on YouTube, you definitely need to check that out. I believe you just wrapped up the Transfer Portal series, right? It's
yes,
great.
we dropped the rankings as well. So let me know what I did wrong. So
there you go. So, baby, actually, that'd be a great topic to have here, man. So, right off the bat, man, thank you, Supermax, our newest member of the community. Thank you for that. And yeah, man, we as you guys know, we got a lot of good news this weekend. It's my birthday, so I was happy. That's all I asked for was a couple of commitments, and the staff delivered, man. So I am definitely happy. My son's just trying to break in the room here. Sorry. What's up, man? Sorry about that. But yeah, man, I'm definitely happy, man. They definitely came through for us.
Happy birthday to you, Brandon.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Sorry, guys.
And I found out that
oh yeah, that's a little linebacker right there for sure.
right, dude.
I'm trying to tell you.
How old is he?
He's 2.
Yeah, that's a tank right there. That kid's
Does
gonna
he-
be. That's
does he
good.
know-
Yeah, you ain't gonna have to pay for football for him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Does he know how to say fight on yet?
What's that?
Does he know how to say fight on yet?
That's it. Brandon, can you say fight on? You getting camera shy?
Yeah, he probably is right now.
Uh-oh. All right, he's getting camera shy.
No Trojan pajamas.
What's that?
No Trojan pajamas.
He grew out of them, man, so quick. He gotta get some more for sure. He went for like a week, and it was a wrap after that.
And I just got one thing to say before we start.
What's that?
We found out that Oregon fans are softer than charming today.
Absolutely.
Just today.
Yeah, I would say there's nothing that we didn't know before, but that is 100% being confirmed. Tyler, you want to go ahead and tell them why? You might as well call them out right now, right?
Yeah, for those of you who have followed us from the Bleacher Report community, I currently have view only, can't comment access anywhere, and we're pretty sure it's from some salty little Oregon fan that was throwing a whole bunch of shade my way yesterday because I commented on something and he thought that I was just chasing him down for every single time he comments on everything, and now just so conveniently I can't respond to anything. So I'm still watching all of you in there, but I just can't respond right now. So I'll have to keep my my censorship to myself, I guess. So we'll see how that goes for a while.
Yeah, man.
Ken, if you were on the pod with us, man, I'd actually talk to you about it. But you just like talking shit in the comments, so we'll just leave you down there.
They can't even look at us in the eye. They look down every time. You look, they look down.
Listen, Ken had a lot to say about last episode.
They look down all the time. It's like, come on, man up.
Guns, who did you say that Ken looked like in the chat the other day?
Sketch. Yeah, the homie Sketch, dude.
Yeah. That's it. The sketch one.
Yeah, dude.
All right, B. Jones. What are we diving into today?
So we're gonna talk about some of these recruits that we got, commits. Guns, I know you're pretty excited about that one. You want to kick it off? Oh my gosh! Hey, wait a minute, we got a surprise here.
Yeah,
Tyler, in trouble now.
Oh, I called him out. What up, Sketch?
Hey, just so you know, I'm stopping my gym time to see what you had to say, Tyler.
Oh, this is great.
Hey, just real quick, put the finger by the ear real quick. Put the finger by the ear real quick.
Oh man.
Are we really diving into this right now? What do you want to know?
I came here to let the audience know that I know you, and I know whoever it is you were pissing off, you were following him, and I know you were irritating the crap out of that dude on purpose. So,
Well,
just wanted.
I learned it from you because
Uh-huh.
you irritate the crap out of me just like I do to the Oregon fans. So, I was in the Oregon. I follow the Oregon stuff just because I like seeing how deluded and delusional they are. And so I clicked into something. It was the ESPN top 10 coaches for 2024, and Lincoln Riley wasn't in there, and Dan Lanning was at 6. I'll try to make sure that your son doesn't hear all of the F-bombs that I wanted to drop when I saw that.
He's going there.
Yeah, Ken, get it.
Yeah.
Say quick, bro.
I'm just here for the explanation, real quick.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I pop into the comments just to see what's going on there, and of course, Rada Dave, he's like 55 and is the softest human I've ever seen in my entire life. Just like Charmin, baby, ultra soft.
Yeah.
And so I responded with just an emoji, nothing too triggering, just an emoji, just a little hand wave emoji, and I was getting paragraphs back. And less than 24 hours later, can't respond to anybody. So here we are.
Or a hand wave, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What? That let's jump into that. Actually, let's jump into that top 10 coaches list. So I'm gonna read this list to you guys, man, and you guys can just tell me how ridiculous it is after we read this off. So number 1, Kirby Smart. Number 2, Kalen DeBoer. Number 3, Kyle Whittingham. Number 4, Dabo Swinney. 5, Mike Norvell. 6, Dan Lanning. 7, Steve Sarkisian. 8, Lane Kiffin. 9, Lance Leopold. And 10, Ryan Day.
Terrible list.
This is not a joke. This is a real list that came out per ESPN. Well, I don't even know where to start with this guy.
I'll start happily.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the reaction part, if you go look in the second part of it, where it talks about Dan Lanning and like defending and like not defending it, Dan Lanning has 3 wins against guys in his 2 years against guys who ended in the top 25. One of them was against Liberty, and then the other one was UCLA, and then there's another one. So like, what has the guy done to deserve a top to be 6th? Like, he's over recruited, and now he's going to lose a bunch of guys in the next portal wave because he has to. Like, what did he do? Like, he won a national championship because he rode the coattails of Kirby Smart and Ken's wife's favorite team. Like,
Whoa.
yeah. Come on. I mean, seriously. I don't see it at all. So I'm gonna get off my high horse because this one riled me up a little bit. I was spicy on this one when I saw it. So anybody else want to dive in there?
It's typical ESPN. All their stuff's garbage. I mean, what I want to know is how exactly does Lincoln Riley get crucified for one bad season? But Dabo Swinney, Clemson has been declining for how long? And he's what, number 4?
Yeah. Yep, number 4.
I mean, his offensive has been absolutely terrible. I don't think their defense is getting any better. It's not like they had a phenomenal year, but Lincoln Riley drops completely off the top 10, but Dabo's at number 4 ahead of some of these other guys. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the one that really doesn't make sense to me is Lance, the Kansas head coach. I mean, you're doing a good job for what Kansas was and has been, but your career record is 54-54. Like how are you even a top 10 coach? Like, just based on that, like, it was just
right.
That in itself is just mind blowing that they even have this guy above Ryan Day, even obviously Lincoln Riley, but it's wow.
Yeah. Isn't DeBoer at 2?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's crazy just because. And then shout out Trojan Blade. He put out a video regarding the top 10 coaches. So you guys want to check out his channel as well. But the list is like, how do you put DeBauer on number 2? Like, I know he's a solid coach, but aside from making it to the college football playoff last year, he hasn't been proven like in the Power 5. I think he's had 2-3 good seasons maybe. And last year was the first year he made it to the playoffs. I mean, Lincoln Riley has done that. If I'm not mistaken, it's been twice, right, that he took Oklahoma to the college football playoffs.
3, right?
Yeah, I was thinking
at least 2, right? At least 2,
yeah, at least
from
2,
what I
yeah.
remember. At least 2. So like for him not to be in the top 10 is just crazy. And you put DeBauer at number 2, and he's only been there once. And Lincoln Riley's resume is just way better than his. Like, and I know Trojan Blade brought up a good point. If DeBauer is at Washington, do they put him even in the top 5?
Nope, absolutely not. And that's what I was going to say. We already know what this is, man. As far as these SEC guys, man, we know ESPN has a huge SEC bias, and that's the only reason I could think that Lanning would even be at 6 is because they're still giving him praise from coming from the SEC. You know what I mean? And calling Oregon SEC school of the West. Like
either that or Phil Knight paid for it. One or the other.
That too.
They had Lanning at 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're telling me a guy who has never been to the playoff, hasn't won anything of relevance, is above guys like Ryan Day, Lincoln Riley. That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, pop it in the comments, guys. Where do you think that Lincoln Riley should actually be, and who should be above him? Where do you think that he should land, and who do you give the credit to still be above him in terms of their accomplishments? Because obviously we're a little biased, but not in the top 10 is quite ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, for me, I'll probably put him at number 3. I'm okay with Kirby being at number 1, and then I'll still give Dabo Swinney his roses. I mean, he's a solid coach. He's had a bad year or 2, but he's won it all. So I have to put him on top of Lincoln Riley, and then I'll put Lincoln Riley at 3.
So let's talk about the number 3 spot for a minute. Kyle Whittingham being at 3. How do you guys feel about that?
I can see an argument for he's definitely top 10, but there's no way he's above some of these other guys. He's never even made a playoff before.
Exactly.
That just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be okay if he was more towards the end of the top 10 if I saw that, I guess. He's beating us, obviously, so I respect what he's done. So, but I don't know, just looks a little odd.
Yeah. He's definitely a top coach in college football, hands down. Gotta give the guy his credit. But who mentioned it? I think it was Tim. Tim mentioned it, and as well as Gabe over at Church and Blade. The guy's away record is atrocious compared to his home record, and it's like like Ken mentioned, man, the guy's never made a playoff. So how do we? 3 is a little lofty, man. So yeah, that was pretty a little bothering for me, but I definitely think he's one of the better coaches in college football. I would love to have him if we didn't have Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I would have if all of the playing field with the recruits and the money, so on and so forth. Like, how would you rank your coaches if they were all in an even playing field?
Right.
I mean, Kirby Smart would be 1, but if recruiting was equal, like all these other things, and just your ability to win games as a coach, I mean, you really couldn't make an argument for a whole lot of people to be anywhere definitively higher than like Kirby Smart's 1. Now that Saban's gone, there's not really anybody else in that territory for now. But is anybody else like definitively better than Riley? Like Riley always is going to have great offenses. And now that we've seen the turnaround of the defense starting, I don't see it to be very long until he's a definitive number 2 and starting to try to dethrone Kirby, which he's already taken some of his prized possessions from his backyard. So
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys put Lincoln Riley at 2?
No.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't put him there yet.
No.
Yeah, I'd say probably like between 3 and 5.
Right.
I'd have to like look at the list again. I might have it up, but probably somewhere in that territory now. But yeah, over time, I think he's trending in that direction. I think Dabble is trending in the wrong direction, just like Ken had said earlier.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna wrap that combo up. I'm moving to what we're here for, man. We have been on a roll as far as recruiting, like we mentioned earlier from the show, and we even got a couple more commits. Guys, you want to break those down for us?
Yeah, so we got 2 running backs today. We got Mr. Harry Dalton III from Virginia, 5'11", 205. He plays quarterback for his high school team, so they're playing like an option shotgun offense out there. So he's running there and just busting these dudes up, basically. So that's going to be an interesting fit. And then I believe Dwayne Morse, I think I say the first name, from Tennessee, 5'10", 190. He's like a scat back kind of slot receiver. I mean, if you look at the film, I mean, they're putting him kind of like a tight end sometimes, and then he's just doing like a jet sweep. So I could definitely see how Riley can use him. He'll basically be a Swiss Army knife, basically. Yeah, so those are the big 2 commits right now. Could be more today, probably maybe next week. But what are your guys' thoughts on the 2 commits?
It seems like Lincoln is trying to get creative with that playbook. You know, I think he's getting these versatile guys, man. These multiple position guys that you can tell he's got some trickery up his sleeve, man. So I'm excited to see what he does with these 2. But Morris, man, he's a bruiser too, man. He had a couple truck sticks on on his highlight film. I was like, okay, yeah, I see what we're doing here. So he's nice, man. I like the 2 pickups, man. What you guys think?
Yeah, I think both of them are pretty solid. Morris is fun to watch. I mean, he looks like a human highlight reel on every single one of those plays, running dudes over, jumping over guys,
Right.
Massive stiff arms. Like, you haven't watched his tape yet, you definitely should. And this is the PSA that needs to be thrown out, because I see people already complaining about them being composite 3 stars. So you look at Anthony Jones' track record at smaller schools. He's taken like 6 3 stars and putting them in the league. So I think he knows what he's doing, and he's picking the guys that he wants, that he thinks that he needs to be successful. So I think we're going to be all right. We got a big old bruiser from the last class in Brian Jackson, and now we got a bunch of like hyper athletic dudes coming in with a little mixture of Morris being able to run dudes over. We got some good balance in our backfield for years and years to come. So I'm excited about it. I don't care how many stars that they have. I've got some trust and some faith that they're going to come in and be able to contribute. And Riley knows how to put his guys in positions to have them be successful and win. So, yeah, sign me up.
I like what you said. USC fans kind of make me laugh, because we just got a coach who takes no-name guys and puts them into the NFL. And now USC fans are shocked that he's recruiting some no-name guys that he's probably going to put in the NFL.
Right.
The track record's there, the development's there. I mean, just look at who he's put in the league over the last 5 years. It's been like 6 or 7 draft picks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
He knows how to evaluate. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say
if
that.
he wants them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's like if Coach Tony Jones sees something in them, he knows something. He definitely put a few guys in the league, whether they're a 2-star, 3-star, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they still got to perform. They're a 0-star when they hit college.
Exactly.
They could be a 5-star and bust and not perform. So I definitely trust the coach that he'll develop them, and he knows what he's doing out there. It's not even a hope that he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's put a few guys in the league, and just relax, let the coach do his job, and we'll be all right.
Right. Track record is there, man. You guys we've been saying this since we've been on air, man. Stop looking at the stars. Watch the film. That's all you need to do is watch the guy play football, because that's what we're recruiting him to do. Not a star ranking. Watch him play football. Turn on the film, because that's what we're recruiting him to do. That's what he's going to do when he comes here. He's going to play football. And like Raul mentioned, man, you're a 0-star once you hit college. We know, man. We've had our fair share of 5-stars that didn't pan out. So, forget the story.
I think a lot of fans are just jaded over the fact that Carson Cox can no longer be a part of this class, which, I mean, it is what it is. But that's kind of the majority of what I've seen on social media is what happened to Carson Cox. Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it's just like Logan said in the comments, like he was going to commit the day that Kyle McDonald took the Chargers job. And then he came out and actually said that, and then decided, now I don't want to commit anymore. And Riley pushed for him. I'm pretty sure he also verbally said that Lincoln Riley was like wanting him to still commit, and he didn't. Now there's no space for you, bud. So
Nice.
You don't want to get on board now. Don't come complaining later when you have to go play in powder blue across across LA. We don't want you. Get on board or go somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, after last year, can you really blame the staff either? I mean, look at how the whole Taylor Tatum situation played out. Apparently was a silent, wasn't a silent, who knows? They passed on some other guys that, funny enough, Jones recruited over to TCU over us, and lo and behold, Tatum ends up not committing to us. We lose out on Palmer. Where are we at now? So, these guys want to be Trojans? Hey, sign them up.
Exactly.
Yep.
I told you, man, this staff is not playing around. If you look like you want to, you're not so sure, or you want to play the whole recruiting game, they're just going to move on to the next, man. There's plenty of guys. Listen, we know your mommy and daddy told you that you're special, right? We know this, but there's a lot of special guys out there, man. Believe me, there's a lot of talent out there to be recruited, man. So get that out your head, man. You better strike while the iron's hot, or there ain't gonna be no room for you.
I'm excited for the June bash because at this point we might as well just have like 25 official visits with our class that's already booked up, and just let them start hanging out together and getting ready for next season. So it looks like we could be pretty close to being full by that point.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy because 2 weeks ago, sorry, Gunner and Blackie Chan, if you're in the chat, we're not. But all it took is Gunner and Blackie Chan to complain in the episode, and just recruits started dropping left and right. So I give credit to our Gunner and to Blackie Chan. So
I think it was Blackie Chan's brand.
Right.
And Brandon.
Yeah, he's scaring recruits into committing. They don't want to deal with an angry USC fan like Blackie Chan. So just need to drop a few more F-bombs and probably have a top class.
Right.
So there's still a few guys out there that we think will be announcing soon. So there's Romero Eisen out there, who I think we're hearing good things about, man. It seems like he's really trending towards us. So let's see who else we got. That's
Odom, the lineman.
Yep.
Trajan Odom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Been hearing some things, man. So expect a couple more.
Heard some real good things about Riley Pettyjohn. We don't have to ignore that one. That's the big fish. Our linebacker group is going to be just fine, and nobody gonna have to worry about that group. That's for sure.
Who are we going after? So we got what's his name from up north? Faramo, or I can't pronounce his last name.
Man, Faramo.
Yeah, that guy, and then Mikhail, I think Noah Mikhail, and then Carlin, not Carlin Jones, but Marco Jones from Nebraska, I think.
Christian Jones.
Christian Jones. There you go.
Yeah.
And then Pettyjohn too, right? So there's a few linebacker prospects, and I think we're at least going to get 2 or 3 out of those guys.
Yeah.
I think Entz needs to chill out before he over recruits and gets hired away.
Listen, man, I love hearing him talk, man. He's just an old school linebacker coach. Like,
Yeah.
like everything about him just sounds like a linebacker coach. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
the linebacker coach. So
That man said, people said I can't recruit and said, hold my beer.
right. Right. So we decided to enter his name in the chat, man. I mean, our staff is they're killing it right now, man. They're killing it right now. And the rest of the world, there's nothing you can do about it but sit back and just watch what's about to happen, because these Trojans are not the same Trojans that we've been over the past decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to home, man. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait for the spring game.
Yes.
Yes, sir. On the 20th, man. You guys, we're all in? We're all in? Or at least I know.
Yeah, I know I'll be there for sure.
A little far away if Tyler wants to pay for my airfare.
Right.
Hit up those the NIL, man. Get the
Tyler is my NIL at this point.
Funny joke is the rest of everybody's paying for that bill for you too.
I appreciate all of you.
I'm overpaying for that crap.
Bro.
Yeah.
That was all bad.
Oh,
I appreciate you guys.
Too many 80 IQ guys signed up to be able to protect us. That's why.
I'm doing my best. All right.
Hey, all you got to do, Ken, really, what you got to do, Ken, is just put a post on Bleacher Report and say, hey, guys, I'm trying to make it out there to, drop some nuggets. Got to be at the spring game. We'll probably get
some. Behind that. You will have it by the end of the night.
I can't be extorting people like that, man.
Others do it all the time.
I probably could fund the entire season worth of tickets.
Get your grift on, man.
That's bad.
Oh man.
The hate that I got when Ken stopped being a captain and I would try to post things. They're like, "You're not Ken." I was like, "I know I'm not Ken. I'm just trying to pass the information along because he's going to have to do this with you guys all the time."
Look, I'm sorry to the Bleacher Report community. All right, the season kind of went south. Some family stuff. We'll just. I was probably talking to the boys more than I was my wife at one point. So.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, if we were on track to win a natty, I probably wouldn't have cared. But losing season, yeah, I get divorced over that. So. Alex Grinch wasn't worth my marriage. Yeah. Alex Grinch, my wife. Like.
All right, man.
Oh man.
Who else is out there, man? That's
who do you guys think is the next guy to drop publicly in terms of committing to us? If you guys had a guess.
Probably.
And for those in the chat as well, I was gonna say, for those in the chat as well, feel free to drop a name. What do you guys think may be the next guy that drops?
I've been hearing Ison, man, but apparently there's a couple more out there. But if I had to guess right now, I'd probably say Ison.
Is he a 25 or 26 guy? I was a little confused.
25.
25, yeah.
5'10", 170, speedster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best guess, I'd say him, and then just because of what they've been saying about Odom possibly speeding some things up, I'd say probably those two extra drop.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean his on 3 RPM rating is 95.7%. So I think he's about ready, man.
Sounds like he may just be telling some other coaches, "Hey, I appreciate the offer, but I hope you have a good one."
Yep, he's already like a fight on right now.
One I'm excited about. It's a little bit further off, so maybe it's not a thing, but Dorian Brew is supposed to be down to us in Ohio State, and their quarterback room is full already. So unless somebody else comes in there. It looks like he could be a Trojan, and he is smooth as butter as a corner. Lockdown corner. So that'd be another like true stalwart blue chip addition to a really, really awesome start. So I don't know if he's going to be like one of the next guys to fall, but probably one of the closer, bigger fish out there for us to be able to land.
Right.
Yes.
Another topic I wanted to bring up for you guys, man. Tyler and I kind of talked about it a little bit prior to the show. Our buddy Tim Prangley, the voice of college football, Trojan Wire, and USA Today. You know, he's part of the media now, so he got to get some interview time with our head coach Lincoln Riley, and he asked some pretty good questions, man, regarding our O-line. Just want to get you guys' thoughts on that. You guys are all able to see it, right? You guys caught the questions.
Yep.
I'm assuming. Okay. What's your thoughts on that, guys? I'm glad we're not.
I mean, from my thoughts, he likes where. I mean, I don't think Tim asked this question, but sounds like Jonah is ahead of schedule from what they thought, so that's good. And it kind of sounds like we kind of haven't, we already had an idea, but it sounds like from what they're saying, a good idea of what the line's going to look like from left to right. But yeah, it just does seem like they are going back and forth on that right tackle side, right? Henson said in the past that they thought Tobias would be the starter right if the game started, and now it's Mason Murphy. So, coach speak as we've talked. So, yeah.
Right.
Hey, Mitch, do us a favor and translate that to English, whatever your comment is in the chat there, so we can understand your trash talk, because it doesn't make any sense. All right?
Yeah, I was trying to decipher that. I couldn't figure it out.
Come back to us when you can put some punctuation in there so we can understand what you're saying. All right? Yeah. So I was getting some coach speak. Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting some coach speak on that too. I don't think Lincoln Riley or Coach Henson are really excited about who we have at right tackle, and I think that we got somebody coming in to fill that spot in the second portal wave, which opens up next week, and it's going to be nuts. So I'm excited for that. So it's going to be free agency as we've been talking about.
You know who I'm pretty excited about is Tobias Raymond. I feel like he was only a 3-star, just for those that you guys were talking about 3 stars, or for the UFC fans complaining about 3 stars. I think the only reason he was a 3-star is because of his weight when he was getting recruited. But he's up to 307, I think it was last reported.
Yep.
So, and this is his redshirt freshman year.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. I think he's going to perform, and by the time the season starts, he's probably up to 317 maybe.
Could be, yeah. Could be, man.
What they say, he's basically just trying to catch up and kind of get up to playing speed with the new weight.
Yeah,
sounds like, yeah.
I don't expect him.
We gotta give Benny Wiley his flowers again. Everybody was hating on him, wanting to have him leave, and if you didn't see Lincoln Riley in that press conference yesterday, he went to bat for his boy, and everything that we've seen, all the photos, all the stats, the man was told to have a lean defense and to have them, and it doesn't make any sense. We all scratched our head, we all rolled our eyes about it, but now they need to beef up to be able to fit into the Big Ten, and they look the part. So
yeah.
Benny Wiley was never the problem. That's for damn sure.
Right.
Just hilarious. Dude does what he's told. I mean, what was the alternative? Not listen and get fired?
Right, exactly. But no, I want to beef these guys up anyway. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? But anyways, to that, man, like I said last week, just the clips that I saw, man, I'm telling you, it's a night and day difference in the trenches, man. For us. Like these, not only are they bigger, man, they're more explosive, man. They're like really firing off the ball, like something that we haven't seen in a while. They're playing like Coach Henson said. They're playing the defensive line is playing through the offensive line, not trying to get around, trying to finesse everything. That just doesn't work. You can't do that every play. Come on, man. It's just common sense football is just, yeah, that was just lost last year. So, so man, I don't even want to think about it again. I get depressed every time I even think about last year.
At this point, I just let it be Jones, because I would say thank you, Grinch, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this staff. So, and I appreciate you not seeing a wheel route. That's probably what got us Coach Henny and staff. So, I do appreciate you.
All I know is when we play Wisconsin, I'm taking the over on whatever Miller's passing yards are. I don't care if it's 600. He's over.
So I'll take that over on Miller's passing yards, and then the running back having a breakout game as well.
How many wheel routes does Lincoln Riley run?
I hope every play. Because I know for sure Grinch will not have seen it coming.
Because you best believe the white Wisconsin defensive ends are definitely not going to be able to catch a running back. That's for sure.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I want to see what Tackett Curtis does against this offense as well.
Probably missed 30 tackles.
Yeah.
Is he going to get a targeting penalty in the first half, or is he actually going to make it through the game? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ken, are you taking the over/under on that one?
Targeting? Wait, what? Like in the first half, the whole game? What's my over/under here?
2.5 quarters.
We'll go in the middle. We'll go by the end of the third quarter. Is he going to get targeting and tossed?
I don't think he makes it past halftime. He's probably going to be pissed off, and he's just going to come out looking to take someone's head off. Now, the problem is he has to actually hit somebody or not miss a tackle, so that's kind of an issue too. This is a tricky one.
But when he hits him in all the wrong ways. So crown of the helmet, launching. So that's why he misses so much. His head's down. He's not actually looking what he's hitting. So.
Exactly. Yep.
What a difference a year makes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. Hopefully they're doing a lot of form tackling over there for his sake. Because, God knows, I mean, yeah, it looks good. It's always a highlight, but at this level, man, it don't happen like that. You can't hit stick everybody.
What do you guys think of Mitch's question?
What's that? So,
well, USC beat the Wolverines this year.
Yeah. And then Logan said yes, and then he said that's a bold statement.
Okay.
So we found a Michigan fan in here.
I need to see what we do in the spring portal, to be honest.
Yeah, it's easy to say. I don't think that Michigan would just beat us outright. I'm not going to say that they could beat us right now. We're a lot better than people think we are. So, but I mean, definitely, we still have a lot of questions that need to be seen. But yeah, Michigan lost a lot, man. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I can't give you a right answer on that one yet.
It's really hard to make any predictions right now just because of what we've kind of heard and seen of what could be coming in. So, if a certain defensive tackle from TCU decides to hit the portal, or a certain edge guy from Georgia, Michael Williams, that changes a lot of things.
Yep, our roster is not finalized, man. So don't get too excited, Michigan fans or the rest of the Big Ten.
And even with this current roster, I still feel like USC has a really good chance of beating them. I mean, they lost a lot of players. They have a new head coach. And didn't the defensive line coach get in some type of trouble, if I'm not mistaken, as well? So it looks like they have a lot of issues going on out there. One, they got to figure out who's going to come and replace the guys that left. And
Well,
we don't have any of those issues.
They got to replace Connor Stallings. That's what they got to Yeah, they got to figure that out first. Yeah, who's going to be the new film guy? Yeah, listen, Michigan won the championship, but let's not forget how they, you know what I'm saying? Just because nobody's talking about it, I mean, we didn't forget that you guys cheated your way there.
So, if they pay me enough, I'll go do it.
Right. I thought I already pay you enough, Ken. You're good.
I need a little more, man. I'm sorry. Wife's expensive. Another one on the way. Either that or you get a second job. You let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game is definitely winnable for SC. There are lots of big rumors about big additions to our team in places of need. And yeah, I think, there's still some unknowns. Like we do need a right tackle. I'd like to see Rakes get moved down to the second unit. I think who you alluded to, Dominic Williams from Demonic Williams, I guess is how you say it. And he's more of a playmaker that would be somebody that can take a lot of pressure off of Bear, because he would take on double teams consistently. And not that Rakes can't, but Rakes is more of just like a run stuffer, like make them move somewhere else type thing, which is something that we need, not have Stanley T get pushed 7 yards off the line and have Mason Cobb have to dodge him to be able to try to make an arm tackle. So, a whole lot of things need to be improved there. But, yeah, I think the things that I'm hearing Riley talk about in his press conferences, he knows what needs to be addressed. And we're not planning on missing guys just like we haven't so far in this recruiting class. I don't anticipate they plan on missing going into this transfer portal wave, because they can turn it around quite quickly.
Yep. We should be hearing some names starting to hop in that portal maybe this week, as spring camps are starting to wrap up. So be interesting to see how. I'm sure we'll put out a wish list for transfer portal guys.
Mikhail Williams, come on down.
Yeah. Closer we get to. I mean, they have to be in the portal though. We don't want to start nothing.
We can start all we want.
Well, yeah, I would say right. Had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Mikhail's going to be a Trojan. I'm calling it.
Okay. Is that a prediction?
I may take a trip to Athens here soon and let them know.
Yeah.
Pull a salty.
Back to Chan, fight on, man.
Never mind. Don't bring that up, Tyler.
But, I mean, aside from the portal guys, that I'm sure we need another body or two in a few positions, but our plays are getting like they're not getting the respect that they should get because of the last season. I feel like we have dogs that are going to perform and are going to have breakout years, like especially in the defensive line. That people are going to get surprised how good this USC defense may be. Like I said, I'm calling it now. I think it's going to be a top 20 defense.
Yep. Listen, our linebacker room is going to be way more improved. Much more improved, man. I'm telling you, like it's. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience, guys. It is so hard to play linebacker when you have undersized D linemen in front of you, man.
Yep.
So now that
y'all think Mason Cobb returns to all conference player he was?
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Yep. And not to mention Eric Gentry as well.
I think the LA Times took out an article on Gentry. I read it like a day or two ago, but that that they're just putting him all over the field because he's a unique player, right? And it's true. No one has his size,
7'3" length.
Yeah, so good luck to that quarterback trying to get a pass down the middle over Gentry. So
the Big Ten doesn't have the greatest quarterbacks either. So So they're going to struggle.
What are you talking about? J.J. McCarthy was the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, the greatest to ever come out of Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, listen, we're going to get a good pass rush, man. So they're going to be under pressure all the time. And they got to try to fit a ball over Gentry's head. And then you got receivers going to have to worry about this kid named Anthony Beavers coming across that middle. So you might want to chill on those post routes. Just say we're going to be, I'm telling you, man, we're going to be dangerous. Speaking of Anthony Beavers, I called it. I called it, man. I said he could probably play some linebacker as well. And it sounds like he's been they've been trying that out a little bit with him this spring camp. So he's got the body type for it, and he's definitely a willing hitter. So man, I'm telling you, he's my breakout player for the defense. What are you guys' thoughts?
Love that. If we're talking about breakout, I mean, I might have to, jump on that as well. But if I had to think of someone else, I'm gonna go Anthony Lucas. I think he could break out in this defense.
Lucas is my biggest question mark on defense right now. You know what I mean? I want him to break out. I mean, he's got the talent to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just hope he puts it together this year.
I got to go Braylon Shelby. I can't. I think he's going to have a lot to kind of impact in this defense.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
What do you guys think of Sam Green? I feel like he just has a chip on his shoulder, and he's going to be hungry to perform.
It seems that way so far, man. So I've been hearing good things from him and Shelby. So I really want to see, man, how that edge spot is going to shake out. We got the returning senior Jamil Muhammad, who had a lot of production last year, but even that, we still can't even pencil him in as a definite starter. You know, because we got so much talent behind him. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. You guys got any predictions on who would win the starting edge spot?
I don't know what I'd say for the start of the year, but I think at the end of the year, Cam Fountain's going to be our starting edge.
Okay.
I just watching him in the All-American game, making a bunch of All-Americans look absolutely stupid. He's a different level moving into college, but Lincoln Riley said that he, in that same interview yesterday, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Same level of intensity, like all the time. Like that guy's just got a different motor and is locked in. So I see him being higher up that chain. Like, yeah, we got a lot of good edges right now, but talent plays, and I think he'll eventually start.
Right. No matter that. So Anthony, sorry.
Shelby or Lucas. Now I was gonna say Shelby or Lucas as well. I mean, Cam Fountain, I think, is going to continue to rise up as the season goes on. I mean, the guy's he's very quick, very elusive out there on the edge spot. It will be interesting though. Let's just say the rumors are true, right? And Mr. Williams does come over to LA. That'd be pretty fascinating to see how the rotations work out from then on, So
Yeah, that was going to be my answer, Gunner. So I appreciate you taking that away.
Well, all right, I'm going Michael Williams as our starting edge versus LSU.
He's got to be on the roster first, man.
He's there.
Hey, he's there. Give it 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So speaking into
he's already contributing my tax dollars to the NIL money. So to make sure that we can get him flipped.
Look, I may or may not have pulled a salty and messaged Bear Alexander until he finally told me, yes, he's coming, leave me alone. So now, funny enough, I can't see Bear Alexander on Instagram anymore, but I'm sure that's just a glitch. Kind of like your Bleacher Report thing, Tyler.
Yep, totally a glitch.
I feel like kind of like on the D end, there's going to be a lot of rotation there. Because we got a bunch of players there. Dogs that I think a lot of them could probably start at a different in a different college.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Shelby, Muhammad is he gonna be playing edge? I think
Yep.
I saw that right.
Yep.
So I mean, I feel like we got a lot of players there, and it's gonna be a position where we won't struggle throughout the season.
Yep. That's something we got a lot of fresh bodies, man, to be coming after these quarterbacks. Speaking of, Anthony James posed a question. He says, "Who do you guys think will be the toughest quarterback we face?"
Regular season?
Yep. Or just in general, even if we.
I mean, let's think of the big games. LSU. I don't think we really know who's going to be their quarterback yet, right?
Nussmeier.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Nussmeier. Yeah.
Nussmeier.
Okay. I wasn't
That was
overly
pretty
impressed
good
with him
deep
in the
ball,
bowl game.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it though. His medium throws are
Yeah.
We got the Penn. We're playing Penn State, right? I mean, I don't know if he didn't perform
so
well
Drew
last
Aller.
year, but maybe he takes a leap this year and learns from his mistakes from last year.
Right. See, Drill.
You got TVD. He's been a name since he's at Miami. He's at Wisconsin. I mean, I don't know who Michigan's quarterback is going to be. They think it's going to be that
Alex
one
Bordeaux.
QB. Yeah. But
can't forget that name.
Yeah.
Can't spell it.
Yeah, exactly.
Riley Leonard at Notre Dame. That's probably who I'd pick.
I wonder, do you think he's going to be healthy by the time we face him? Because he's hurt right now in spring. He's not even practicing for them. Like, I feel like this guy's just not going to be healthy. I don't know.
I think I'm with Tyler. If it's a healthy Leonard, then I'm going with him because I can't really think of anybody else on. There's nobody on the schedule that particularly scares me at the moment, to be honest.
No. I said the Big Ten is not the Pac-12 of last year. You know what I mean? So, where there's quarterbacks on every squad. You got to face an elite quarterback every week. But I can't call it, man. I can't call it, but maybe either Leonard or Aller. I guess I think, like Raul said, I think Aller will probably take a step up this year. He wasn't overly impressive to me last year, but I think he'll take a step up this year. But out of teams that we play, at least, I'll probably put them 1 and 2.
Alari's either going to step up like Fifita or take a step back like Delora. One of the two.
Pretty much.
So, Blackie Chain, you hopping on the LR train right now?
I'm interested to see what that offense looks like with I think it was Kansas' OC that went over there, I believe. Either Kansas or Kansas State. No, not Kansas State. So, but yeah, they have kind of a more of a spread offense with Penn State. So that's always been their issue, right? It's kind of been moving the ball.
Yeah.
Yo, Mitch, if you see in the chat, are you a USC fan or I'm confused.
He's a Michigan fan.
No shot is.
Is he a Michigan? I really don't know. He stopped trolling.
I don't know. Well, based off his comment earlier, I don't even know if he knows where he's at. So
he might be the new Connor Stallion because he's asking to see if we know about a defensive captain. So he might try to start scout the captain, see what the signals are and all that. So we gotta watch out for this guy.
Man, Light the Torch podcast on its way up.
Nah, see, apparently he's a USC fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't decipher your first comment at all. But yeah, I was confused because you stopped trolling. So
maybe he was saying something nice. Actually, I think he was trying to say something nice, and Tyler just, he's kind of a dick, so just kind of started going off on him.
Tyler, no wonder you got temporarily banned, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The whole premature thing, I guess, is a pretty common thing in my life. You know what I mean? So
you do have a couple of kids.
I do. At least I know it works. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh man.
I forget sometimes we're on camera. I think I'm just shooting the shit with you guys sometimes. There's like 50 people watching us. Oh man.
But he brought up a good question. Defensive captain. Any idea of who you guys think may be a captain this year?
Yeah, it's
You
gonna
say
be
Easton?
for sure.
Yeah.
Who?
He's probably
Easton
like
Arnold.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Outside of
Fan favorite Bryson Shaw.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving on. There's only three guaranteed starters as far as I've seen. It's going to be Bear, Easton Mascarenas Arnold, and Kamari Ramsey. Everything else is pretty much like there are guys that seem to be leading for certain spots, so it's got to be one of those three. And everybody's talking about Easton Mascarenas Arnold as being that vocal leader in the locker room, inspiring the rest of the team, so on and so forth. So that's who I expect it to be.
Yep.
Would be cool if Bear did get one of the captains though. Normally it's like 5 or so. So that'd be pretty cool.
Miller, Bear, Easton, Monheim, and would be the fifth. I feel like they'd probably give Cobb the fifth.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Maybe between him or
makes sense.
What do y'all think of Ramsey?
Yeah, he was the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah. Gentry may not be a captain, but he'll definitely be a vocal leader. He'll be a big voice.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, I think we got to
figure out. Tim, celebrity.
Right on, Tim.
I got Tim.
Yes.
Cobb was a captain last year, according to Tim. I can't remember. So
that was.
So if that's the case, he's probably gonna be a captain this year again.
Makes sense.
Yep. So that's a no on Bryson Shaw. You guys aren't feeling that? No.
I'm not feeling him on the roster.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay, dude.
I just, never mind.
Just put the finger by the ear real quick. I was telling you.
No, did he?
Yeah, no.
Too funny.
Oh, come on, cat. Come on, Ken.
I'm just here.
No, baby. Bryson Shaw, if you're watching, man, we love you, man. But we definitely need you to step up, bro. We definitely need you to step up.
4 out of 5 of us.
Yes.
All right. Look, in all seriousness, I hope he steps up. I hope he does better than last year. At this point, every defender needs to have a clean slate because,
yeah.
I mean, who knows if he was even. He's got a good skill set, but he was definitely put in very bad positions to succeed last year.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're expecting him to cover a receiver one-on-one. Like, I mean, no offense to the guy. He's not the most athletic in the world. I'm not either. It is what it is. But, just the positions he was put in, like, he was set up to fail. So.
Yeah. But like I said.
If he's Go ahead, B. Jones.
No, I was saying, like, he can play in the box, man. He's a willing hitter. He can come out and he tackles pretty well. You know what I mean? I'm expecting everybody to be able to tackle a lot better than they did, last season, being they were actually practicing tackling. So yeah, I mean, he's got to put, like Ken said, he's got to put him in the right position, man. I just don't think him being on an island in open space is for him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even the most athletic guys, being on an island in open space is not the easiest thing in the world against college athletes.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got some dude running a 4-4 up the seam right at you, and you got to just guess which way he's going. Like, sometimes you end up on the wrong side of the picture. So, unfortunately, Bryson just guesses wrong a decent amount of the time. So, anyways, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. Like, when he steps up in the box, he's a good box safety. But that guy should not be in coverage. And when you got a ball hawk like Kamari Ramsey to be able to play and be that type of, complementary piece, which I'm not saying they're going to play together, but somebody like that can step behind him and be that last line of defense. Like he can step back into the box and be able to, be that additional type guy when, they're running like a heavy set and they've got 2 tight ends and, maybe a fullback or something like that some guys, some of the Big Ten teams are going to run.
All right. Another safety, since we're talking about the safeties, that's been on my mind quite a bit. And I'm interested to see where he fits in. Is Jalen Smith. I mean, the guy was arguably our best defender last year, but being that we're so stacked at safety right now, anything can happen. I mean, you guys think he gets to start?
I think he's
nickel.
And where?
Yeah. I think he's too smart of a player to not be in the rotation somewhere. Like the guy's there, he makes plays exactly. Like keep him at nickel. He did fine last year. Once again, how's he going to be this year when he's put in a position to actually succeed? And he played pretty well last year in a very horrible defense. So
nickel's a tough spot. Everybody talks about the guys that can't play the boundary corner and they get pushed in to play nickel, but nickel's where, like, you're guarding guys like Zachariah Branch being a nickel. Like, it's becoming more and more of a difficult spot. And you want somebody that's really, really intelligent that can do a lot of different things. And that's exactly what Jalen Smith does. So I would want him to play nickel. He would be a ton of different spots. And I'd see him being successful doing that. So, he'd be that'd be where I'd put him for now.
And also the thing is, if Jalen Smith is the one coming off the bench, I think that speaks very well to what we have in front of him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he'll definitely see a lot of playing time this year, regardless if he starts or not. Because that's another guy you just can't keep him off the field. You know what I mean? So he'll find a way for sure. But yeah, if anybody else got some last minute questions here, if not, we're gonna wrap it up. And you guys got anything you guys want to talk about?
I mean, who? I guess in the chat, who's gonna be in the spring game? A few of us are gonna be out there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll be there for sure. Just don't run up on us all crazy, you know what I mean? But no, I'm just kidding, really. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be here, man. Come say what's up.
I guess my last announcement is I guess I'll be starting to GoFundMe to get out to the spring game. So look out for that in the Bleacher Report community.
There you go. Help Ken out. He's an active duty Marine. He's stationed in, where you at, South Carolina right now?
Yeah, Beaufort.
Yeah, Beaufort, South Carolina, man. He's trying to get out here for the spring game. Help the guy out.
And I guess, and now that Ken brings that up, there's no excuses, guys. Ken's out here working out and in a podcast, so you guys could, hop in a few minutes, watch the show, hit that subscribe button.
You gotta work on those man boobies somehow.
So, dude, I got a little bird chest, man. It's just not going well for me. There's a reason you can't see my calves right now, okay?
Nah, put them on. You can't talk shit on Blackie Chan every single podcast and not expose those things too.
Hey, Blackie Chan's been putting in work, man.
Hey, I can beat him in a 40. I know that much.
Oh,
that's fire. You have to see that.
Oh, that's exactly what we need to fly Ken out for.
Yep.
We'll get some pay-per-view memberships for that. You only can watch it if you're subscribed.
That's right, man.
Dude, my wife's gonna have so many questions.
That's members only content right there.
Hey, Ken, we can put it on your OnlyFans too, okay?
Well, subscribe to my OnlyFans. The feet pics are where it's at.
Yeah, and then Richard, the spring game is completely free. So for those in the chat, the game is completely free. So try to make it out there and show support to the boys and the staff. So let's try to.
Your only other option is watching it on the Pac-12 network. So you got to make a business decision.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's the only reason I'm going. I just don't want to watch it on the Pac-12 network.
Exactly.
I don't even have the Pac-12 network anymore.
Right.
Guns is flying, literally coming from Arizona just so you have to watch it.
No.
So
Yeah, so I mean, if Gunner's coming from Arizona, for those that are local,
yeah,
what excuse do you guys have? Come
no
on,
excuse.
it's
And he's
completely free. Let's try to make it out there. Let's fill it up, and
Yeah.
stop those memes or jokes that they say that we can't fill up the Coliseum, which I think is complete bullshit.
Right.
Things will start changing.
Don't worry, there will be a million posts when the Coliseum isn't filled up for the spring game about how we can't bring in a crowd every year.
Yeah. Mostly Oklahoma fans. I think that matters for some reason.
Yeah, or Oregon fans, because
there's a ton of things to do in Norman versus in LA.
Right. Yeah. Even though we have to battle with Coachella around the same time. So
yeah, and Oregon fans like to talk crap when their stadium is like 30,000 capacity.
Right. Right. That's funny.
You soft Oregon fans out there. I'll be at the game when we play you guys.
Don't laugh at them too much, because you're about to be the second person in this podcast who has to root for an Oregon quarterback. So
nah, I'm not. Don't say that, Ken. Don't wish me bad luck like that. Come on, man. I thought we were friends here.
We are, and that's the only reason I'm crapping on you right now. Okay.
Oh man. Kansas mad because
also picks future Raider.
Oh man. Hope you guys are wrong. I'll rather take a chance on Spencer Rattler.
Damn.
Than Boso picks.
We know you hate Oregon, but damn.
It's true.
That's pretty wild.
Rattler will probably be like a 5th rounder at best.
Think so.
And so I'd rather, take a shot at that than, waste the 2nd, 3rd round on Bo Nix.
Well, there's my new pipe dream. Y'all take Bo Nix in the 1st round, and somewhere along the line, Spencer Rattler ends up on the Raiders.
Would you take Delore over Bo Nix?
I'm sorry, Ken, that you have to root for an Oregon QB, man.
It's rough, but somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
All right.
Probably one of yeah.
That's gonna wrap it up for us, man. Yeah, check it out. Make sure you guys go to Guns channel, Views from the Stands. Check out that whole transfer portal series and his rankings, man. We'll bring that up on the next show. We'll discuss that. So make sure you guys do your homework over there.
I'll say this: his rankings are a lot better than ESPN, so check them out.
So you want some real rankings, man. Some real for somebody who really took a deep dive every team and actually did his due diligence, and unlike other guys who just guess. So go ahead and check that out at Views from the Stands right here on YouTube and on Spotify. So you can listen to it on your way to work or at work, during work, whatever, if you're allowed to. So yeah, go ahead and check Guns out, man, at Views from the Stands.
Yes.
Other than that, man, we're gonna work on getting Tyler back situated on Bleacher Report here. Catch up Raul out in these streets. Ken licking body parts over there with the rest of his Marine. Whatever they do.
Hey man, I'm not huge. I'm very proportional. Okay. At least that's what my wife tells me. I don't know at this point.
That's what she was talking about. Never mind.
That is very below average.
All right, this is so
don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and fight on.
Yep, fight on.
Oh shit.